Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's low. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Left.
On first down, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Mahomes now on first down. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, 1st down.
Yeah, and I'll guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
It's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Rolling to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Watch it now, Barney.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Green 39! Green 39! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 15. They go play fake. Mahomes trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man. Complete. A gain of 39 that time.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
10 more there and another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here's Hunt. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Nifty move, and he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff, and they've got it here with a first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Over! Gun!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes going for the deep ball. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. In for the score. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Freeman. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And that's caught inside the 30. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there for the Broncos on 3rd. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, that's Freeman. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to run with Freeman. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Not to think about some misdirection or something.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. He spins free. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play. Big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like two boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And coming out now, the Broncos. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gun.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Daniel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So 1:56 to play in this first half. Back to Denver right after this. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Detroit! Gone!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And now here comes Kansas City. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They're going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Butker now to kick this one away. Raymond now on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
All right, now, look at 56.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Mike 6. Mike 6. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On 3rd down, it's Freeman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And out come the Chiefs now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here first and 10. Mahomes now on first down. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 39. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They'll drop to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Gone! 58, Detroit!
He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. It's good, and it's now 35-14. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hunt. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Now Hunt. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
It's caught. Jones. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. On 1st down, Mahomes. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now 2nd down.
I think someone's going to get him to QB1-0 when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the 2nd person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, 2nd drive, not much better. They'll run. This is Hunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They come out here in the eye. They run for it with Hunt. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up first and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll set up to throw. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Broncos on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time, it's 3rd and 3.
Gun.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Deshaun Hamilton. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. First target, first catch, and a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Freeman. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Green 39. Green 39.
58 device. Ready?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They come out here in the eye.
Over.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Over!
They'll try and run. Freeman. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
And McManus able to put it through. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Left. Slow.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Mahomes going to throw. And going deep for Hill. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll give it to him up the middle. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now here's Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown. Kansas City in for the score. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff. But still, a lot of guys to account for.
The quick slant, good for 8 and a 1st.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. It keeps the sticks moving.
It's caught inside the 25. They give him a gain of 38.
No.
And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now the pitch to Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He can't get him down. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. You give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. They'll look to throw here. And he fires one incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And maybe there that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the end...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Z.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 47 yards.
51.
They run with Hunt, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. Whoosh. He is going to find Hill here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know there are plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And Denver getting set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Lucky 56.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as he'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Leopard! Leopard!
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A big offense.